Hello Star Citizens, Buzzkiller here, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at the Anvil Arrow. The Arrow is Anvil's light fighter, and it's designed to directly compete with the Aegis Gladius, which, according to lore, is an older design. It's been around for a while, and this is a relatively newer ship. So what do you get with the Anvil Arrow that you don't get with the Aegis Gladius? And the answer is, well, really not a lot. They're both very, very similar ships. They're both sleek and aerodynamic, designed to fly in atmosphere. They both have 3 size 3 hardpoints as their main weapons. The Arrow actually lacks the missiles of the Gladius, where the Gladius has 2 size 3 missiles and 4 size 2 missiles. The Anvil only has 6 size 2 missiles, but really not a really huge difference there. So what is the advantage of the Arrow? And the answer is, well, it's a smaller ship. It's more compact. It has a smaller cross-section. That means it's harder to hit. And also, it folds up in the landing configuration. You can see the wings are vertical. So that means you can fit more of these on a carrier. So comparisons aside, let's take a look at the ship itself. And first thing you notice is this is definitely an Anvil ship. It has a lot of the DNA in it from the other ships. The nose section, it's straight out of the other Anvil fighters with the exposed equipment. You have that angled canopy, the 2 big intakes, the circular section on the back, which on this ship is a turret. On other ships it might be like a radar dish or just a circular section. This one has the turret. And directly from the other 4 other Anvil fighters, you have the 8 jointed maneuvering thrusters, 4 on top, 4 on bottom. The landing gear is directly off the Hurricane, and this main rear engine is very reminiscent of what you would find on a Hornet. So very, very cool that they've managed to keep those design elements. Also, you can see on the main wing there, it has a little section that folds down. Hurricane, Hornet, again, same design choices. Very, very cool looking ship. Alright, well, let's see how she flies. Entry to the ship is done from the left side. It has a very similar entry method as the Aegis Gladius, with the ladder and hatch. Let's take a look one more time at the exterior from a higher angle, just to look around with the landed configuration. You can see, yes, it does have a very, very small footprint. Very important for a small carrier-based ship. So something like the Idris, this would be perfect for. Alright, let's take a look at the cockpit as well, since we're in here. So the cockpit is basic Anvil. It has a lot of manual dials and switches. It even has a cool little landing gear straight out of an actual aircraft. I mean, I've seen that type of landing gear control in several aircraft. And yeah, so it's pretty bare bones in here. It's not too terribly obstructed. It's got a decent view. And yeah, we've got a single HOTAS here. That stick, I recognize it from somewhere. Is that... It looks almost like the Warthog. Very, very cool. Alright, let's power up.
Anvil Aerospace, all systems online.
And lift off the pad.
Takeoff complete.
Let's get a shot of the landing gear retracting, shall we? It's not too bad. There you go. Not only do the main wings fold down, but the tail wings fold down as well. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, it's definitely arrow-shaped. You can see where they got the name from. This thing is a straight-up delta wing. Very sleek. Very nice. Top SCM speed is 270. It's got a very responsive afterburner. The ship maneuvers quickly. It has a very nice yaw and roll rate, as well as pitch. You can see that it actually changes direction fairly quickly too. In fact, if you didn't have the G-Safe on, this thing would probably make you pass out pretty quick. Very, very nice. Yeah, she definitely handles well. Now the weapons, I'm not too thrilled with the stock loadout. It's an all gimbaled loadout, so it works well for mouse and keyboard users, but if you're a joystick user like me, the size 1s and size 2s just don't have enough punch, so I'd probably swap out everything for fixed size 3s. But it does okay. It's pretty decent. The size 1 repeaters are a little anemic, but the ballistic cannons, the ballistic Gatlings, do a decent amount of damage. Not great, but enough. It's definitely a good harassing ship in its current configuration. Why don't we go ahead and take it into Arena Commander a little bit and see how she does. Okay, so here we loaded into Pirate Swarm with the Arrow's default loadout, and I'm doing this in voiceover because I wanted to concentrate while actually playing the game to give the ship a fair shake. I'm no great dogfighter by any means, but you'll see I had some difficulty here. So on the main turret, you have 2 size 1 laser repeaters, and on your wings you have 2 size 2 ballistic Gatlings. And the size 1s are completely underpowered. It's something you'd find usually on ground vehicles. Not useful as an anti-ship weapon, really. And the size 2s are just a step above that. And ballistics really aren't that powerful in the current build. So unfortunately, the time to kill on this Aurora was so long that my wingmates showed up and had to help me out. And there's our first kill. So yeah, maybe I could have done better if I had a mouse and keyboard set up and was actually using the gimbaled weapons to stay on target more. But as a joystick user, the default loadout is just woefully insufficient. I'll leave you with a couple more clips of me taking down Auroras. Eventually I got fed up and decided to go ahead and change out the loadout to a more joystick friendly one. So I removed all the gimbaled weapons and replaced them with 3 size 3 fixed laser repeaters. And wow, as you'll see, this made a huge difference. that about wraps up this hands-on with the Anvil Arrow. In conclusion, it's a fun little ship. It's fast, agile, and at $75 versus the Gladius's $90, it's also quite affordable. And it makes a great addition to Star Citizen's light fighter lineup. So if you're looking to add a small, short-range, carrier-based fighter to your fleet, and you don't already own a Gladius, I'd say go ahead and pick one up. You won't be disappointed. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, please hit that like button, and if not already, consider subscribing. Until next time, this has been Buzzkiller, and I'll see you in the verse.